Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look, this one is about the piggy bag off the last video I did about the damn Las Vegas shooter that killed his fellow YouTuber over nothing. You know what I'm saying? Check this out.
Ordered it, and I want to make the report that we see that person actually take out a gun and shoot somebody. We don't know if the other person's dead.
Chaos on the Strip as we hear witness calls to police to report a YouTuber charged with killing a married couple in front of the Bellagio fountains. Those 911 calls you're hearing first on 8 News Now. Thank you for joining us at 4. I'm Kirsten Joyce.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Now, the Clark County District Attorney says the killings were needless and senseless. 8 News Now reporter Joshua Peguero was in the courtroom today for the shooter's hearing.
Manuel Ruiz had his second court appearance on Thursday as he's being held without bail. Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson sat in the courtroom where he later said the death penalty is a possibility.
I believe that justice will be served, but I want to assure this community and this country that Las Vegas is a safe place to visit.
Ruiz, who goes by the name Sin City Manny on YouTube, walked into Judge Amy Cellini's courtroom shackled. He's facing 2 open murder charges. Police say he killed Rodney and Tanisha Finley Sunday night in front of the Bellagio fountains.
The motivation is pretty clear. It's been reported pretty extensively that these individuals knew each other and had an ongoing feud.
The Finleys are YouTubers who go by the name Vinny the Legend. The feud between them and Ruiz allegedly began Halloween of 2023. The Vinny the Legend live stream captured the shooting with several people calling 911 to report it.
He calls himself Sin City Family. That's their YouTube channel. Sin City Family.
Okay, was he the one that was shot?
No, he's the one that shot the other guy that we were watching online.
An arrest report says Ruiz shot Rodney twice in the head and several times in the arm, and he shot Tanisha in the back of the head. Ruiz says the shooting was self-defense, a claim District Attorney Steve Wolfson strongly disputed.
I think it's probably garbage. There's no indication from any of the evidence at all that self-defense would be a viable defense. No weapons were found near the victims, on the victims.
Ruiz said in court he's looking to hire a private attorney. His next scheduled appearance before a judge is on July 3rd. Reporting in downtown Las Vegas.
All right, nah, y'all done heard that, right? So let me put it like this, right? This crime happened, about a week ago? Tops. I don't even think it been a whole week. But just say that it's just been a week. And he done already been called back to court twice within 1 week. What do that tell you? He's done. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't call you back to court like that. You know what I'm saying? Now you would get that first court appearance right off the rip. Like, you get locked up today, you're going to see the judge tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And if worse come to worse, it'll be that next day. You know what I'm saying? Is you would get that first court date instantly. You know what I'm saying? But the second court date might be about 2 weeks, 3 weeks out. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't do it back to back in the same week like that. So with him going back to court for a second time in 1 week, that let me know this case is pretty much open and closed. You know what I'm saying? And as we all know, we done all seen the video. It's an open and closed case. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, the DA, which is the district attorney, they are seeking the death penalty. Out cold. Who is the district attorney? The DA. The prosecutor, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And this is what the prosecutors already coming. They already coming with this. Like, hey, we thinking about the death penalty. Get him gone. He is a threat to the community. He shot this man in the head twice. Then he shot the wife in the back of her head. Point blank range in front of everybody on the Vegas Strip. Now, I don't know if y'all was paying attention to the video, but if you pay close attention, you can see his people with kids. They like trying to shield their kids when the shooting was going on. How you think that's going to play in court? This is a part of why they seeking the death penalty. Because not only he didn't brutally kill these people for no reason, he also endangered other people and kids as well. You can blatantly see the kids in the live stream when this shooting happened. You know what I'm saying? So this is why he got the death penalty amongst him. It's not necessarily saying that he gonna get it, but this is what they looking at. This is what they seeking on his case. Now that we got that out the way, how you think he feeling? Let's put it like this, right? Him sitting in that cell right now, he in there crying his eyes out. You know what I'm saying? Like this little tear right here that just appeared on my eyeball. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing them. He doing the boo-hoos. You feel me? Crying his eyes all the way the fuck out. How you know that, Mr. Roll Up? You know what? I was just talking to my homegirl, right? And she asked me when I went to prison that I cried. You know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah, I did, but it wasn't like no boo-hooing, you know what I'm saying, going crazy or nothing like that. I was like, yeah, I dropped a couple tears because it wasn't about what I was going up against in prison. It was about the fact that I'm about to lose 4 years of my life. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't worried about prison because I know I can handle myself. I can defend who I am. So that wasn't the issue. You know what I'm saying? What made me drop them tears was knowing that I'm about to lose a few years out of my life. You know what I'm saying? Everybody about to move on, and I'm about to be stagnant in this damn ice cold steel cement box. That's why I dropped a couple tears, because I know it ain't nothing I can do about it. I have to do my time. You know what I'm saying? This guy, not only he looking at life, the rest of his life in prison, but now they seeking the death penalty, meaning they want to get him gone. You are a complete threat to society. I don't know if y'all watch anything about executions, prison. Excuse me. I don't know if y'all know anything about prison executions. Like, just find some YouTube channels that do prison executions. You know what I'm saying? These executions, you'll be on death row for like 15 to 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Before they finally execute you. They don't execute you right off the rip. Like, just to say, like with Dog, if they go ahead and they charge him and they hit him with the death penalty and the judge sends him, okay, we sentence you to death. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna get injected that next day. He gonna be on death row for like 15 to 20 years. And like I said, if you don't believe me, go watch some of these prison execution videos, you know what I'm saying, channels. You would see that these guys be on death row for anywhere to 10 to 20 years before they even get executed. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like no instant thing. You know, they drag it out. They punish you first before they take you out. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is when you on death row, it ain't nothing like general population. It's 24-hour maximum security. Like, you don't get general population like everybody else do. You basically maximum security style all the way until your execution date. You know what I'm saying? So you sit in a little bitty cell by yourself every single day until you get executed. Here's another thing. You pay attention to most of them guys that get executed, they be bald heads, gray hairs, stressed the fuck out because they sit in that box all day thinking about what they did. Now let's go back on this Manny guy. The guy that killed the other live streamer, dude Manny. Let's go back to him real quick, right? What you think he going through in that cell? Like I said, when I shedded some tears about just losing 4 years of my life, what you think he doing right now, knowing that he got the death penalty amongst him? He know that he will be killed by the system one day. And all of this came from some YouTube beef. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, not no real street beef, not no we ran into each other at the grocery store, got the gang banging on each other. No, YouTubers that don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? Arguing about who the best out their town and all of that bullshit. And all that turned tragically, man. Over nothing. Absolutely nothing. I can guarantee you that Manny, while he's sitting there in that cell crying and booing his eyes out, you want to know what the thought process is? He wished that he can go back to that day, that morning, before he even dropped the video saying, hey, yeah, I'm gonna find you out here, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna be out here in the street. But before he did all of that, because he did that day before the shooting. He made a video popping his shit. I didn't watch all of it, but I caught little pieces of it. He was popping his shit, basically saying, yeah, you in my town, woo, woo, I'm gonna show up type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? He wishing that he could take all of that back. He wishing that he would have never did none of that. He wishing that that morning when he woke up, that he got in his car and he went the other way. He wishing that before he went and turned on that camera and got to speaking his emotions, he wishing that he never picked that phone up and he just went on about his day. It's crazy how it work in jail, man. Everything that you done did out here, you wish you can go back and take all that shit back after you caught and you gone. You know? So, yeah, Manny in there going through it. He wishing this wouldn't have never happened in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, he was on camera on that tip, blah, 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 blowing shit down, right? Now he wishing he would have never made that move because he's caught, he's captured, he's not going nowhere. And the way how it's looking, they talking about, hey, we gonna kill your ass too. Not only we about to lock you up forever, but we gonna get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? Another thing about executions, right? It's like the same thing with doing time. You get a packet called a discovery packet when you first come to jail. Your discovery packet is basically all the evidence that the system has against you. You know what I'm saying? You and your lawyer got to go through your whole discovery packet. It might be anywhere from 10 to 50 pages worth of paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You and your lawyer got to go over your discovery packet. He got a copy, you got a copy. You read over yours in your cell, he read over it whenever he read over it. You know what I'm saying? So you know everything that you got up against you. Now, following that discovery packet, when later on down the line, when you get sentenced and the judge give you your sentence and send you to prison, when you get to prison, you get a whole nother form of paperwork that's telling you about prison and your time and all of that type of shit. And on that form, it has your ERD, which is earliest release date, the day that you can get out, the earliest of the day that you can get out. Same thing what I was saying, like with the R. Kelly situation. Like now he trying to come home, talking about the feds hired the Aryan brothers to kill him. So now he trying to come home off of it. It don't work like that. You don't come home until you reach your ERD, earliest release date. There's nothing that's being done in there that will get you, what can you say, released out of prison before your ERD. That's the whole point of you having an ERD. This is when you're getting out, not because something happened while you were in there. This is prison. Things is going to happen. That's why you here. You are being punished. You know what I'm saying? You don't get out because something happened to you or something might happen to you. Don't work like that. That's why you get sent there, for something to happen to you, for you to understand what you did. Prison is not a party. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get fucked up. You gonna get chased. You gonna get beat up. You gonna get stabbed. Somebody gonna try you. It's prison, man. Not me. Not me. I was good. I skated. God watched over me. You know what I'm saying? But on some real shit, this is how prison works, man. You know what I'm saying? So he not going nowhere until his execution date, if he is given the death penalty. And if the DA is seeking the death penalty already within the first week of the crime, the first week of the arrest already, I can guarantee you about 9 times out of 10, they gonna give him that death penalty. You know what I'm saying? How many times do you hear of the DA saying, "Yeah, we thinking about giving him the death penalty"? How often do you hear that? Compared to all these guys that's in here doing life sentences, how many times do you hear the DA saying, "Yeah, we thinking about giving him the death penalty"? You don't hear about that shit like that. When that death penalty word come out, that mean more than likely that's what you about to get, because they don't got to come with the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? And if they coming with it, oh, that's what they're seeking. Yeah, they trying to get rid of you. So now Manny is in there lost, depressed, sad, don't know what to think or how to feel. He just lost his life in a nutshell, all because of temporary feelings, mixed emotions. You know what I'm saying? And I done told y'all about this. Like, this is why I be stressing this whole prison thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this shit for views and likes. Like, I show y'all this shit to show you. Like, this is what people go through when they snap, when they let their emotions take over their mind. This is what happened to you. And by the time this happened, it's too late for you to go back and say, "Damn, I'm sorry. I wish I didn't do that. Can I take it back?" It's too late, man. It's too late. And you know another thing that's gonna put the nail in the coffin with this case? Go back on the video that I just showed you. A lady called in when the shooting happened. You heard the lady talking to the dispatcher. She said, "Dude name." She said he shot some people out here, all of that. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing we're calling the nine. This is the thing we're calling 911. You don't play on their phone. You call them, it's serious business. You know what I'm saying? Or they could lock your ass up. Like, you can't do prank calls on 911. You know, they got your load. They can find your ass, lock you up. You hit. Do not play with 911. So when you call 911, it's a serious case. It's something going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this woman did. She called 911 and she let them know what the fuck happened. Said his name and all. Not only is they gonna play that tape in court of him actually shooting them, but they gonna play that dispatch call as well. And granted, they might have that woman get on the stand because she was there. Or it could be people that was there that want to get on the stand against him anyway, just for endangering their life and their kids' lives, or their boyfriend, their girlfriend, cousin, auntie, grandma, whoever they have. This is the Vegas Strip. It's all type of people out there. You know what I'm saying? People out there to have fun, gamble, club, party, drink, smoke, blah blah blah. You know, see the street performances, little events going on around there. This is what people come out for. And then next thing you know, bah 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 bah, people dead in their face. So yeah, it's a good chance that it's going to be witnesses that's going to get on the stand and testify against this guy, which going to further the nail in the coffin. He already cooked anyway. Mind you, ain't nobody got up there and spoke against him or nothing, and they already talking about seeking the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine when this shit go to trial. They not about to offer him no plea deals or nothing. They talking about the death penalty. So he not looking at no plea deals. That's over with. They talking about killing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Let alone letting him out one day. They talking about getting rid of him. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how one mistake can change your whole life. And that's exactly what happened to Manny. His whole life then changed in a blink of an eye. He done lost it all for nothing, for absolutely nothing. And if they do give him the death penalty, he gonna think about this all the way into the day they execute him. Tough shit. That's like ordering your steak double medium well. You know what I'm saying? That's how tough this case is. and you trying to sink your teeth through that double well done steak. That's how tough this case is. You know what I'm saying? And this is why they own it, talking about death penalty. Like, they got all the evidence in the world. You know what I'm saying? They got everything they need on this case. They, like I said, they don't even need no witnesses to speak. But just in case it is, nail in the coffin, baby. You through. And he up here talking about self-defense. If it was self-defense, you wouldn't have ran after you shot them people. Yeah, do y'all research. After he shot Finney and Finney's wife, he took off and ran. That's not self-defense. You cannot evade the scene and claim self-defense. That's not how it works. If you're gonna claim self-defense, you gotta be there at the crime scene and you gotta call the police. Or if you don't call the police, you have to stay there on the scene until the police show up. That's how you do the whole self-defense thing because you're not running from the situation. You know what I'm saying? When you running from the situation, that makes you automatically guilty. Referring back to the 10 escapees in Louisiana. Antoine Massey talking about he innocent. Well, you escaped. You ran away. You're guilty. That's just how the system see it. So anytime you run away from a crime, jail, anything like that, you are automatically guilty. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Manny did in this situation. After he killed them, he took off and ran. Guilty. Then, some hours later, somebody in his camp convinced him to turn himself in. So they telling him, man, look, just go ahead and claim self-defense, man. You can get off with it, blah, blah, blah. Smoked his ass. That just go to show you that person don't love him. You know what I'm saying? Because he did this shit on Vegas Strip. Like, you're not going to get away with that anyway. Regardless if it wasn't live streamed or nothing. It was too many people out there that seen it. Do you know how many cameras down there on that Vegas Strip? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? He was caught from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, the self-defense thing is crazy. His best bet was to just run until they caught him and just went from there. You know, so he gave his life up and now he in the box, sick as hell, don't know what to do, wishing he could take all of that back. It's too late, baby. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all learn something from this, man. Learn to control your emotions because one false move can do this to you, where it could put you in a position where you in cuffs like this, stand in front of the DA, where they said, we thinking about giving you the death penalty. Yeah, we getting this paperwork together to put you on death row. You don't want that to be your reality? Control your emotions. Just walk away. If people label you a bitch, a hoe, weak, soft, ain't about nothing, ain't about their life, let them have it. Because at the end of the day, you need your own life, not what everybody else think about your life. You need your own life. And Manny here is an example of how you could lose your life over your emotions. You know what I'm saying? How about that? It's been another episode of Roll Up a Poet. So get your blunts rolled and your Dre poured.